Draken somehow has $505 in the lead, with Arby's at a distant second and $38.33. I'm a big fan of Arby's myself, not so much the restaurant, but more the name. So feel free to donate to bring that one up. We've also got a glitch showcase that was met for Draken any percents. Thank you for your generosity there. But you can still name the fighter for Draken, as well as the Magician, the Priestess, and the Scout. All of those are relatively low at the moment, with only, I think, one name each, maybe a couple somewhere. No, all having one name each. So if you want to go ahead and get a shout out in the game, you can bring your donations in and put them towards Draken's naming incentives. I think we're still getting some last minute stuff set up for Baldur's Gate. Oh, we're good? And I've been corrected, so I'm going to kick it on over to the couch and the runner for a roll call.
All right, so I'm Jiseed. You may remember me from speedruns such as Phantasy Star 4.
I'm Goose King.
And I'm Wandering Mind.
All right, so we'll be on now, boys? We good? All right, so first thing, we got to make a blade because they have the move called offensive spin. That makes you move at twice the normal speed rate. And everything else is pretty much cosmetic. We just need to have pretty much maxed out dexterity and constitution. Constitution gives you health, and dexterity gives you armor class. Charisma is also important because it gives you discounts at shops. Proficiencies don't matter at all. And the character and gender is all just personal preference. Do we have a name? Anybody want a name?
Jerkbird.
Jerkbird.
Jerkberg?
Jerkbird it is.
Jerkbird? Okay.
Jerkberg. Jerkberg.
Berg? Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
All right. All right, so start the time now. All right, so what I do here is I use offensive spin on pretty much every map here. Like I said, it doubles the movement rate. It's one of the special abilities. I press A, F1, pretty simple stuff. So this is a lengthy cutscene. We can't skip it. There's a really roundabout way to do it, but it's not really something that you would do in a single segment run. So I'll just start off by saying that this isn't the version I usually run. This is kind of a last-minute thing. I'm running on version 1.3. I usually run on version 1.2, and there's actually a couple of big differences. Notably, they got rid of the infinite XP glitch that happens in Durlag's Tower. And they changed the way some of the skips work, but I did find out some way to make it work so we can actually have that still in the run.
So about how much time would those save over version 1.3?
The big one is having the extra levels. That gives me 2 more casts of offensive spin. And that actually stacks with Oils of Speed, so I get 4 times movement speed the entire time. Unfortunately, I'll be pretty much level 3 for most of the run, so I only have 1 use of it, which I'll use in the important moments. But if I did have that extra XP, I could use it all the time, and the run would be pretty much, I think it saves about 3 or 5 minutes. Depends on the map that we're on. So this is just Gorion getting killed, your stepfather. All right. Okay, I don't know why that's up, but okay. Yeah. So we take the Oil of Speed and not potions. We use potions for a glitch later on. We don't need Imoen, and actually having her around will slow down a part later on, so we'll just get her out. Quick save, rest, and then offensive spin again. We go and get Tsar and Montaron because they also have an Oil of Speed. In addition, they're set up for a glitch later on, but I'll talk about that when that shows up. Alright, so now we'll get them out of the party and do a little bit of a rest here just to get offensive spin back for High Hedge. So this is basically, we have to run down to Durlag's Tower, so every map I'm going to have to rest and get back offensive spin. So I quick save every time because if I get a counter like this, I have to reload. You can also get waylaid. The worst encounter you can get is actually you get surrounded by skeletons. They have throwing knives, and pretty much you'll never live through that. But luckily that hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it will. All right. Pretty close to Dirt Lake's tower now. So yeah, this is the comedy voice in case anybody was wondering.
If you're sure that's what you want.
I think we'll be hearing these lines quite a bit
Oh
during the run.
yeah, they go on and on and on. I could change it, but I think that's part of the charm, right?
Yeah, I don't mind this at all. Keep this going.
All right, so as you can see, I use oil of speed and I also use defensive spin, so I'm moving at 4 times the normal movement speed right now.
It's in the bag.
It only lasts for 16 seconds, unfortunately, but we'll get as much done as we can with it. So this is a little bit of a quest. We get a potion of Storm Giant Strength for doing it. That's 24 strength. We need that to break the chest over here.
I'm expecting there to be a ton of SM orcs in chat.
So this character right here used to be able to give you all the experience points, but in 1.3 they patched that out, like I mentioned. Okay, so this is our first big glitch here. This is use any items. So we first use this potion here. So you can see in the top right, it's showing up. But we swap it with that potion. And normally we can't drink this because we're not a warrior, but since we swapped it and used any item, there we go, we have 23 strength. All right, so we can break this. To get rid of the trap, we just quick save and load once sprung, and we can move on. That's a lightning bolt trap, and I probably wouldn't live through that.
If you're sure that's what you
All right,
want.
here's one more trap chest we have to go through. That one does a charm. I have 30% resistance, but if I get hit by that, it's also a game over.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc. It's in the
Does that line ever get old?
Oh, it does. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how I feel at the end of this run.
I would assume you changed the voices a lot, at least to just not...
I usually use voice too. It's a lot less annoying, I guess.
If you're sure that's what you
Okay.
want.
I'm going to have this ring in my head when I wake up tomorrow morning. I'm just going to put it out there.
I would assume you mix it up a little bit just to make sure you never get like too tired of it.
Yeah. If I get too tired of 2, I do come back to 5. I mean, it's pretty popular in my stream anyways.
It's in the bag. It's
All
in
right.
the bag.
All right, so this part, Nashkel Mines. This is where one of the big glitches occurs. I thought I couldn't do it in this version, but a little bit of experimenting, and I was able to. Hopefully I don't have to go back to the safety strats, but it might happen.
If you're sure that's what you want.
So invisibility just lasts for 12 hours, so even if we rest, it'll stay. But since we have the oil of speed up, which only lasts for 1 hour in game, we're not going to rest.
It's in the bag.
Hopefully me tapping the keyboard isn't too annoying. So this is pretty vanilla. There's some traps coming up here, but since I'm level 3, I should be able to survive them unless I get extremely unlucky, but I'll quick save beforehand just in case. You can also, like, it seems like traps are on a 6-round timer, or just a round timer rather, which is 6 seconds, so you can just completely skip them if you move fast enough. But that's entirely RNG, and I don't think there's any way to manipulate that.
It's in the bag.
So yeah, we triggered 2 traps there, but the other one triggered when we got into the next area, so that's nice.
If you're
Alright,
sure
so here's
that's what
one
you
of the
want.
first big glitches. We have talk locking. He won't do any actions because he's waiting for me to go up and talk to him. It'll last for a round, which is about, like I said, 6 seconds. And while they're in talk lock, we can do pretty much whatever we want to them. That includes killing them, which is what I'm going to do right now.
If you're sure,
My bad.
If you're sure that's what you want,
So we're in the right spot. He should get hit twice by pretty much every lightning bolt.
it's in the bag.
Yeah, I hit myself. That's fun.
If you're sure that's what you want,
Should die this time. He's resistant to electricity because of his boots. But yeah, so we're going to do a quick save here. This is kind of a setup here. Didn't get it.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
Still didn't get it.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
Not working out so much this time.
On an orc.
Alright, I'll give it probably 5 more attempts, and if that doesn't work out, we'll just do a vanilla strats. So you used to be able to do quite easily set up to do a double chapter skip here, but they changed the way it worked. This setup was working when I was practicing, but obviously it's not working right now. There we go. So now we're in chapter 4 instead of being in chapter 3 where we're supposed to be. Normally this actually breaks the game, but since, you know, we're speedrunners, we figure out what we need to do. We can get around that.
On an orc.
You already be
I'm on it
disturbed.
like
Now
ugly
leave
on
me
an orc.
be. Your company be toil enough as is.
So these guys are actually pretty important because they're actually linked to NPCs in the fact that they both join and leave the party at the same time. In addition, that means that you can both have this dialogue with the 1 and 2, which is really important to the multiple dialogue glitch, which we're going to do
I'm on it
upcoming
like
really
ugly
quick
on an
here.
orc. If you're sure that's what you want,
Something I could do no other.
Alright, so we have to position this guy in a very specific way because he has to be in these exact coordinates when I move to the next map. But of course I rested, so he moved back over here. Anyways, yeah. So we reform the party. And if this goes all according to plan, which it usually doesn't, yeah, so it didn't go according to plan. Normally he's supposed to just despawn, but I think it was just a little bit of a bad timing there.
it's in the bag.
Or he doesn't talk at all. That's fine too. Might take a little bit to do this, and if we don't, I can just teleport past. It's not a big deal.
I'm on it like
This better be.
There we go. So you can see, like right now, we have 2 dialogue options. This allows us to access hidden dialogue options that normally need conditions to be met, such as entering Candlekeep. We need to have the tome that we get in chapter 5. However, by using the multiple dialogue glitch, I can choose option 2, and in we go.
Salutations. I am Catterley, the visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
you need. If you're sure that's what you want,
Something on your mind?
it's in the bag.
So we have to talk to Sarevok here. I mean, Kovaris, my bad.
If you're sure that's what you want, if you're sure that's what you want,
So here's another upcoming, right? Oh, jeez.
if you're sure that's what you
Just
want,
stop saying it, please. Okay, anyways.
if you're sure that's what you want,
We're setting up a little bit of a skip here. So Teth Toro here actually talks to us after we get imprisoned by the guy with the mace here. But by using the dialogue trigger that we have there, we can actually skip going to prison, which saves about 35 seconds.
it's in the bag.
All right, so we have to use Shadow Door here. It used to be Dimension Door, which is pretty much the be-all, end-all spell of sequence breaking in Infinity Engine. But they got rid of that in the Enhanced Edition
It's in
here.
the bag.
But the invisibility helps us go past, most importantly, the Basilisks that are coming up, which will petrify you instantly.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
All right,
If you're
so
sure that's what you want,
we can trigger the yeah, there we go. So we trigger a chapter increment there, actually. That actually only happens after you talk to Teth Toro, and we're going to come back in Chapter 6 and do that again, because that's actually part of the plot. But it'll be a little bit faster because we'll have the Boots of Speed at that time. But if you watch the segmented run of Tales of the Sword Coast, all it does is actually use that chapter increment to get to Chapter 7 pretty much as soon as possible. It's actually quite interesting. So now we have to go up to Boulder's Gate. It's pretty simple stuff. If I don't get killed by these wild dogs, of course. So here we'll talk Loch Elminster again.
If you're sure that's what you want.
We'll go straight north.
As darkness.
I'm on it like ugly.
So you can actually only skip those after you've beaten the game once. So saving a little bit of time. I mean, if you guys do want to watch that, I mean, I can not hit start or anything like that. But for now, we'll just leave it as it is. All right, so this actually puts us in the middle of the map here, which is a lot faster than going north from the friendly army.
Ugly on an orc.
So this saves about 15 seconds from just running north from friendly army.
It's in the bag.
So this is our last time. We'll actually use offensive spin for movement speed. Apparently it's not letting me get it. There we go. So we actually have to do this dialogue because it makes belts show up out front of the Flaming Fist building, which saved us a bit of time going in and going through his dialogue
It's
there.
in the
Oh,
bag.
there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge.
All right, so this is actually unique to the enhanced edition. The NPC here actually has boots of speed, so we don't have to
If
go
you're sure that's what
to
you want.
the mine to get it. Okay, but it's a bit hard to set it up so that
If you're sure that's what you want.
we hit this guy twice, but we'll do our best. We also don't want to hit any of the ourselves or any of the NPCs, but it happens.
If you're sure that's what you want.
So we're still locking them, so obviously they can't do anything. Okay, we killed that guy. That's fun. That usually doesn't happen. He's got quite a few more hit points in this guy. But anyways. So he got the boots of speed. That's unique to the enhanced edition, like I said.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
So you can see we have pretty much permanent 4 times movement speed now, so the rest of the walking in the game shouldn't be too bad. We have to do our only shop of the game here. We sell the little ring we got in that crevice in the friendly army, and we buy a couple of things here for some skips and just general ease of use. Polymorph help itself lets us go through walls, and we just buy some more oils of speed and some potions of invisibility.
If you're sure that's what you want. I'm on it like ugly on an.
So the big thing about this chapter is we have to go and investigate the Iron Throne. So we'll do our intense investigation right now. All right, it's done. We're good to go.
It's in the bag.
And I hit that. Okay, good stuff. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Like, I think they messed it up because you're supposed to go and fight the guys up top, but it counts as investigating by just going inside the building.
Man of my word. I am a man of my word.
Okay,
It's in the bag.
Greetings, taxpayers.
so that's chapter 5 right there.
Good journey.
Now we're back to Candlekeep.
It's in the bag.
So this time we actually do have the book, so we can just straight up select option 2.
I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
If you're sure that's what you want.
Something on your mind?
If
So
you're
we
sure
can
that's
actually
what
still
you
get
want,
arrested
if
and
you're
go
sure
through
that's what you
the
want,
prison cutscene, but
it's in the
it's actually
bag.
faster just to walk
you're
up here and
sure
talk to
that's
Teth
what you
Toro
want.
again.
Very proud of you.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Do we have time for a quick message?
Absolutely.
Just want to remind everybody that this is the last chance, this run is the last chance to contribute to the voice language bid war for Eternal Sonata any percent. So right now, English is winning at $57.03 and Japanese in second at $15. I've heard English is hilarious, but if you feel otherwise,
It's in the bag.
feel free to donate to Japanese.
Just leveling up to have a little bit of extra hit points for the Dutchel Palace fight.
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
I'm going to do a bit of a safety strat here. I was practicing earlier. You can actually use multiple dialogue to completely skip doing this and grabbing the invitation and the evidence, but since we're such a low level, it's not very consistent, I suppose. So just going and killing him, it takes 45 seconds, so it's not a big deal.
If you're sure that's what you want. If you're sure that's what you want.
All right, so it's pretty much the same deal. We talk lock and we kill him without him doing anything to us. He does have a fast trigger, so we have to make sure we get him before he gets us. And of course, I stopped clearing. All right, there we go.
That's what you want.
So quick saving and loading between this actually allows me to get rid of the spell delay. Normally you have to wait 6 seconds before you can cast another spell. If we quick save and load, we bypass that completely.
If you're sure that's what you want.
Alright, so he died, but we have to wait a little bit to get his stuff because he's Sub-Zero frozen there. And here we go. So we got the invitation and the evidence. Like I said, normally we'd be doing something where we'd use multiple dialogue to skip that part, but it's a lot safer and allows me to save here. So.
Hello?
I'm on it like ugly on an orc.
All right. So this is actually pretty interesting. So if we get these guys out of sight, they actually don't trigger their AI. So they don't do anything. Normally they'd be attacking the Dukes, and this fight is actually really tough. But we gotta wait till this guy gets off there. Anyways, so we cast this, and then we move it to a different slot. You can only use this on scrolls you can cast anywhere on the screen. And then you move it, and you can use it infinitely. So this way we don't have to buy one to fire or anything. So this guy's gonna be a bit of trouble, it seems. Level up just in case he wants to get fresh, I guess. So I think this will be the last fireball we need to do. We'll finish off the rest of them using the Wand of Frost here. But like I said, this will put them into panic mode so they won't do anything. We have to kill all 6 of them before the Dukes will talk to us. Hilariously enough, they attack their own guards.
So much for being the law.
They are definitely not Judge Dredd, I'll tell you that much. Alright, that should be good. Okay, so we give him the evidence. And Saravok, he can't do anything to us, so we just run around him. Kind of looks like a fool. You can kill him here and end the game, but he has unbelievably large amounts of hit points, and we can't kill him. I did use the kill command one time, and it does work.
If you're sure that's what you want.
All right, so this is actually the final section of the game here. We have to. This is where we use Polymorph Self. We do a kind of a tiny skip here. It's not really that big, but it saves a little bit of time overall. So like I said, quick saving and loading gets rid of spell delay, so that's where we use that there.
It's in the bag.
It's important not to actually attack these things because then you lose invisibility and then they annoy you. All right, so we summon that guy, and so we use turn into a mustard jelly. You can see how much bigger the radius is there. So that pushes us to the nearest place where there is an empty space, and that just happens to be on the other side of the wall there.
It's in the bag.
We talk lock him, and we avoid the encounter there. It's actually quite a tough one. All right, so this is a pretty intense boss fight. It takes a lot of effort. I'm probably not going to talk during it. So we get Saravok here, go invisible, and we're immune to all the spells that it's shooting out. But luckily, the traps are there infinitely. So all we have to do is trigger them over and over and over again. And there we go, time. So yeah, that's how you do Enhanced Edition. The normal version 1.2 is actually a lot faster, as I said earlier, but even version 1.3 is pretty decent. So
Time was 23:12 if you didn't look to your left.
oh, not too bad at all.
Well, thank you very much for the run, Jiseed. I think we're going to let the ending play a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. It's, I'd have to say the original is better than the Enhanced Edition, but that's just personal preference. So what do we have up next?
Up next, we've got Eternal Sonata,
Oh.
currently in English, I believe. It's going to be run by Oru, who I believe did a lot of the artwork as well, if I remember right. So, oh, the layouts. My mistake. Hey, layouts are art. Yeah, we'll be cutting off the Eternal Sonata language bit for momentarily. Maybe any last-second donations could get in if you really want to see it in Japanese. After Eternal Sonata, just a reminder, we've got Final Fantasy IV Any Percent No Credits Warp by Nirm, followed by Draken Any Percent by Dragon Dark, and then followed up by Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistral's Ancient Cave Any Percent by That's Fair Zach. Still a lot of prizes to get in for the rest of the marathon, everybody, so I encourage you to donate during the prize block of your choice. Ooh, that is some intense music.
So there you go, very ominous. And of course it goes back to that before it goes to the menu. All right, there we go, boys.
All right. Round of applause again for Jiseed. Thank you very much. He was definitely on it like ugly on an orc. I think we're going to run to a quick ad here. I'm going to pass the reins off to my good buddy Ghoul02 over here as I am done. Thank you all, and keep watching.
you.